Also, I want to give a big shout out to Harrison Butker. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Hold on a second. Harrison Butker, exactly. So shout out to Harrison Butker. You know, and shout out to him doubling down on what he said, because he said absolutely nothing wrong. Like it's like the stuff that he has gone through for these past 2 or 3 weeks. It's absolutely ridiculous what he's had to go through for saying what he said. He did do, first of all, he was simping over his wife, basically. He was basically simping and just saying that the greatest gift that she could have gotten came from her being a dutiful stay-at-home wife and her being a mother. This is what blessed him in his, and he was in tears talking about his wife. This is the shit like usually you'd hear at church, and you'd be like, oh, the man's doing too much. Yes, I get it. Your wife is great, blah, blah. That's what I got from it. These bitches on Twitter and well, in America, they have lost their damn minds. These are the same bitches that I want princess treatment. I want somebody to treat me like a queen. And he's literally talking about how he treats his queen. And they're just, they lose their mind. So shout out to Harrison Butker here. I'll go more into details on that because I did miss the initial, because I was out on tour when he went viral. But this is a video of him doubling down. So shout out to him. This is a video of him doubling down. Let's speed up the video a little bit. This is a video of him doubling down on what he said.
If it wasn't clear that the timeless Catholic values are hated by many, it is now. Over the past few days, my beliefs, or what people think I believe, have been the focus of countless discussions around the globe. At the outset, many people expressed a shocking level of hate. But as the days went on, even those who disagreed with my viewpoints shared their support for my freedom of religion. In my 7 years in the NFL, I've become familiar with the positive and negative comments, but the majority of them revolve around my performance on the field. But as to be expected, the more I've talked about what I value most, which is my Catholic faith, the more polarizing I have become. It's a decision I've consciously made, and one I do not regret at all. If we have truth and charity, we should trust in the Lord's providence and let the Holy Ghost do the rest of the work. Our love for Jesus, and thus our desire to speak out, should never be outweighed by the longing of our fallen nature to be loved by the world. Glorifying God and not ourselves should always remain our motivation, despite any pushback or even support. I lean on those closest to me for guidance, but I can never forget that it is not people, but Jesus Christ who I'm trying to please. Thank you again for being here tonight. To the heights.
Shout out to him, man. The treatment that this man has gotten over these past 2 weeks, where you got bitches in the Twitter on the Kansas City Twitter staff doxing where he lives. Are you fucking kidding me? Are we gonna start putting laws on people that do stuff like this? Because we got, like I'm saying, we got this whole doxing thing where particularly on Twitter, Elon Musk, where you at? This so-called based person that that's supposed to save the freedom of speech. How about you start doing stuff to prevent that from happening, where a man can't even say how he feels about his wife? Just you gotta worry about a septum nose ring, devil worshiping where motherfucking person doxing out the location of where you live just because you don't agree with what you said. And I mean, I don't. Maybe since I have some time, I will look up just to make sure I calm myself down a little bit. Let's bring up the speech, or the snippet of the speech where women lost their minds for no reason. He said nothing hateful. But let's bring up the speech. So here is the original video, right? Which basically, or the snippet of the speech, which is where people are basically asking him to lose his job over as a damn kicker. This is what they were as. This is what brought people 304s up in arms for. Just take a listen to the video if you haven't.
Today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross the stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you're going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker. For the ladies present today.
So this is what they were mad about. I couldn't believe. I don't even know why it was viral. First of all, this is a Catholic man speaking at a Catholic school. What do you think they were going to talk about? You're literally like, bruh. It's always, like I said, and by the way, I don't want to hear. I hope, because I just believe when it comes to the conservatives and liberals, I believe both of you motherfuckers do not believe in freedom of speech. I believe both. It seems like anything that, but the liberals are just egregious. They're just egregious with this stuff, especially with this particular situation. This is egregious. The libtards have lost their minds with this one. This is probably the worst one. This is probably the worst one, because like they're trying to, because it's not necessarily. I'm not asking you to agree with this man. I'm just saying all this stuff where they were trying to say the Chiefs need to let him go. What? They were saying that the Chiefs need to release him, and asking the other players of the team, going after the star players, asking Patrick Mahomes, what do you think about his speech? Nigga, who give a fuck? And shout out to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Coach Reed for saying he says what he feels. He's a grown ass man. I mean, my God. I was starting to think that people lost their balls or something like. Remember the Joker from the Dark Knight in 2008? He said, is everybody's lost their balls around? Anybody lost their balls? Yo, people lost their balls. So I was very happy that, I'm talking about even the Eagles, the recently retired center Jason Kelce even said look, it's not even a matter of agreeing or he's at a Catholic college. He's a Catholic person. He's giving a speech. He's saying some of you may actually lead on successful careers, but he's saying there's another lane that you can also lean into. You know what I mean? I to me, I'm still puzzled on why, but this whole thing about where they were trying to, because I know what they were trying to do, trying to ask the star players to make them annoyed about it so they can get him released. I know what they're trying to do via the media. I know how this media bullshit works. Because like, remember when Antonio Brown got the allegation on what he quote unquote allegedly did to Brittany Taylor, whatever the girl's name is? Because I'm like, he's gonna get released because what they did was, once the game started versus the Dolphins, and once it ended, all the questions were about Antonio Brown, and they knew Bill Belichick was gonna get tight about that. So he's like, Bill Belichick's like, man, I'm not gonna be dealing with all these questions about Antonio Brown. You're out. So that's what they were trying to do via Patrick Mahomes, Coach Reed, and shout out to them because they have since it is Kansas City, since they they got 3 championships in a short span, they have some leeway. They can tell the media to fuck off and respectfully, fuck off. This is a grown ass man. He can say what he wants. It's not a matter of agreeing or disagreeing. He's a grown ass man. You know what I mean? So so now if those reporters want to keep their jobs, they're gonna stop asking Harrison Butker questions. My God. And by the way, you 304s that be all up into calling up people's jobs and doxing people where they live, where their family lives. Y'all, bruh. Let me stop so I can keep my channel.